Well, in possibly the biggest shock of the night, Treasury Minister Jane Ellison lost in Battersea, with Labour overturning a previously significant Tory majority. Well, Luke Blackall is in South London for us this evening. Luke.
It's safe to say that the seat of Battersea would not have been extremely high on the list of Labour targets. Traditionally seen as a fairly safe Tory seat. Indeed, Jane Ellison, a junior minister, had a majority of just under 8,000 last time round. But the Conservatives sensed a possible scalp or Labour sensed a possible scalp was in the offing. Marsha De Cordova was the candidate, a Labour councillor who's registered blind and has previously said being a disabled woman has inspired her journey in politics, was their candidate. And she's reached a stunning victory last night, winning by 2,500 votes and a swing of nearly 10%. A little earlier on, I caught up with one of her campaigners, Lucio Buffone, who explained the reasons he thought they won in the constituency.
When Theresa May called the election, I was expecting it to be really tough for Labour, but we didn't find that on the doorsteps. And then, as we campaigned more and more, we realised that seats like Battersea were in play. We just flooded the area with activists. And Marsha's really popular. She's a great campaigner, and you know, the momentum inside the Labour Party kind of really built for her, and the Momentum campaign group activists came out, and we were just able to flood the seat with campaigners and engage people on the doorstep.
Where do you think the votes came from that won this one?
I think the estates turned out, the youth turned out, and I think there's definitely a Brexit swing as well, and I think people wanted change in Battersea.
Success is here, still no overall majority, still the second biggest party. But what do you think this result will do for Jeremy Corbyn and today's Labour Party?
Well, I think Corbyn's safe, and I think we have to build on what we've achieved here. And we have to realise that people want an end to austerity, and they want investment in their public services, and they want better paid jobs, and especially in London. The reason why we won so well in London is because of housing. Housing is completely unaffordable, and whoever can deal with the housing crisis will win the city.
So Lucio, at what point did you think you might do this?
I think last night about 9:30 we were on the Donington estate, and we were going into the estate, and there was a young lad, and we asked him if he voted, and he said yes. And I always kind of think that when people say yes, they might be lying just to get rid of you. And there was another guy there, and he said he couldn't find his polling card. And we were like, you don't need your polling card, just turn up at the polling station. And the guy that told us he had voted said, oh my God, I spent 2 hours looking for that thing. And at that point, I kind of thought, he's actually voted, and we could win this.
Of course, not only capturing the seat is big news for the Labour Party, but also taking a high-profile scalp. Jane Ellison, as we said, was a junior minister, one of 9 junior ministers outed this time round, including Gavin Barwell down in Croydon Central, London, and the housing minister. So there'll be particularly embarrassing posts for the Conservatives to lose. And indeed, George Osborne, now editor of the Evening Standard, former Chancellor of the Exchequer, said they were not the sort of people the party wanted to be losing, and that there'll be a big post-mortem for the Tories afterwards.
Thank you very much, Luke. Well.